and welcome to episode 25 of Good Game Well Played, the ABC's only regular digital content about high-level competitive video games and the people who play them. Thanks for being with us. Today we're doing a roundup of the League of Legends World Championship Grand Final with Ferlyn from Riot. But first, let's take a look at the news. This weekend saw the final Counter-Strike Global Offensive Major of the Year wrap up in Cluj-Napoca. Team Envious faced off against Natus Vincere in the best-of-3 match, where the French team dominated on two maps, Train and Cobblestone, to take the series and the $100,000 US first-place prize.
What a victory!
The MVP of the match was Envious's sniper, Kenny S, who claimed his first major title after switching from Titan in July of this year.
With Kenny dropping 15 kills, tied with MBK for the top frag.
The tournament was a disappointing showing for North America, however, who had sent 3 teams as challengers, but failed to send through any to the playoffs. Staying with CSGO, and founder and manager of Swedish team Ninjas in Pyjamas, Emil Heaton Christensen, has been found guilty of carelessness in relation to accounting fraud. Heaton will avoid jail time, but will face probation and a small fine for allegedly failing to pay employment taxes for NIP players back in 2011. In a statement on the Ninjas in Pyjamas website, the 31-year-old Swedish national said, "I want all my fans who have always supported me to read this and know that I have not in any way actively done something wrong. I have been careless and satisfied with the answers I repeatedly received from the person concerned." And the League of Legends World Championship Grand Final wrapped up in Berlin over the weekend, with Korean underdogs Cluj-Napoca taking on Korean favourites SKT1 in the best-of-5 final, while over 1 million people watched on via the internet. SKT1 took the series 3-1, meaning Cluj were the only team to take a game off the champions in the whole tournament. And it means Faker and Bengi are now the first players to win the Summoners Cup for a second time.
There's still some respect from the crowd for the Cluj-Napoca.
Yeah, and from SKT as well, great sportsmen.
Congratulations to SKT1, who fulfilled expectations. Yay! We're now joined by Ferlyn, who is a player manager at Riot Oceania, to talk about the grand finals and get an insider's perspective. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So we saw SKT take the series 3-1. Why don't you walk us through the matches?
So game 1, it was very much so an SKT game. It was very standard SKT. They steamrolled through the game. Same thing with game 2. So what went right for them was Cluj-Napoca wanted SMEP to carry the game for them. That didn't work out very well in their favor, and SKT steamrolled both games. That game, they had a very, very rough start and lost the game. Game 4, flawless game for them again. Easy 3-1 victory for them.
SK Telecom, and so well deserved. It can only be reiterated.
Tell us, why were SKT1 so dominant in this series?
So they were basically undefeated. Not undefeated, they lost a couple of games, but they were so strong coming into this season, into this tournament. They played through group stages, through quarterfinals, semifinals, without dropping a single game. And they were coming into this finals, potentially being an undefeated team.
What does it mean that Cluj were able to take a single game off them in this series?
I think it just proves to everybody that SKT is not undefeatable and they're not invincible. Yes, they are gods and Faker is a god, but it was so great to see Cluj-Napoca just rise up to the challenge.
Oh, Smeb bringing out the plays. He had a bit more to offer. He is just tanking the turret with happiness, a smile on his face.
In the game that Cluj were able to win, what did they do right?
They went in first 5 minutes, got 5 kills off of SKT. Never heard of before. It was amazing to see that happen. At the same time, we were shocked to see how SKT fumbled through the first 5 minutes. What happened was, I think Gorilla got caught out. Kuro went in, but it looked like Kuro was gonna get killed for first blood. But all of a sudden, SKT found himself in a very undesirable position. Cluj-Napoca took 3 kills, the bottom lane came up, and when, you know what, our teammates are dead, let's go in and die ourselves. And they went in, they died, it was 5 kills, Hojin got a triple kill, he carried that game amazingly.
4 kills for Hojin in the early game. 1 goes to Prey.
One person and another person, and who wants to die next, and who wants to die next?
We also didn't see Easyhoon during this series. Why do you think it was that the coaches decided to keep him in reserve?
I believe Easyhoon wasn't being played because they were coming into the finals. You get subbed out because, or Easyhoon gets subs in because maybe Faker isn't doing it well, or the strategy isn't cohesive enough. And that wasn't the case. SKT was amazing.
Did we see anything different in the grand final that we hadn't seen throughout the tournament from SKT?
So in the finals, though, I think what was interesting is, I think it was game 1 or game 2, Marin put out a rumble. I think it was a Fiora or Riven on the other side from SMEP. That isn't the greatest comp to go into the game. Like, Rumble would always lose that. But SKT being SKT carried Marin through the game, to the early games, and SMEP didn't know what to do. So I thought that was a strategy coming in, because that was a losing lane for Marin. But he played that out so well. The team supported him, gave him kills that he needed to have. It was just, it's not a strategy that we would expect, but it was a strategy that showed how strong SKT as a team and how well they know each other as teammates.
What were your picks in terms of plays and players for the series?
We always think of SKT as faker, faker, faker. Marin came out and just became this carry for his team, became this top laner that just couldn't be stopped. And the best play we saw, for me, is game 4. I think there was a couple of times, but I think the first blood that Faker had was in mid lane, and Hojin was coming in from behind with Rek'Sai, and he ganked Faker. But Faker being Faker, 2-1, we have never seen anyone play Rise like this. No one could play Rise like this. Faker, you are just a god.
This victory also means that 2 players have now won 2 world championships. Did you ever expect to see that happening?
It was a big surprise for us last season when SKT didn't make it to Worlds, because we were like, Faker, Bengi, where are these players? And season 5, they came in hot and strong. They showed us what we missed in season 4. They absolutely deserve this second world championship. I think for them, the more important thing is, where do we go from here? How can we make ourselves better and improve our skills so that we can come back in 2016 and win our 3rd championship, possibly?
What have you guys got coming up?
We have, very, very exciting, in 3 weeks, we have the IWCA, the International Wildcards All-Stars. So the amazing part of this, it's an All-Stars game, so every region, and the 7 regions, have voted in their favorite players. And these players are from different teams, so it's really interesting going in to see how these players will interact with each other and who will come up on top.
Well, Ferlyn, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone who came out and saw us at PAX in Melbourne over the weekend. We were there doing coverage of the Smite Oceania Championship, and we'll hopefully bring you a special episode of Well Played with all that third-person MOBA action later on this week, so be sure to stay tuned for that. All right, that is it for this episode. Be sure to tune into Pocket today to see Nick Boy do his best Lara Croft impression as he takes a look at Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Damn it. Come on.
Ah! All right, we're fine. Wouldn't it be a great twist if that was Nathan Drake?
And we'll see you next step. Hingers out. See ya!